What's up, ambitious fam? Thank you so much for clicking on this video. If you are new to my channel, my name is Dominique Galloway and I'm an incoming medical student, a NASM certified personal trainer, and an online coach. And the purpose of this channel is to be as transparent as possible with my journey in medicine, in fitness, and in life. So if any of that interests you, please subscribe to my channel and turn on the post notifications because I will be posting weekly content for you all. So let's get into what this video is going to be all about. As you can see by the title and the thumbnail, I will be giving you guys tips on the personal statement and how to create an amazing personal statement, right? Because that is the goal. So let's get right into this video. Let's go. Alright guys, so let's be real. The personal statement is probably the most crucial part of your entire application. Outside of your stats, you're telling the admissions committees who you are, what you bring to the table, and why you. In order to show the admissions committees why you would be a great addition to their institution, you want to explain who you are, you want to give a description of your characteristics, your background, and you want to share the experiences that pushed you and led you towards a career in medicine. So on that note, my very first tip when it comes to the personal statement is to be yourself. You know, you want to be able to describe yourself and your background, guys. Alright guys, so my second tip for the personal statement is to start early. And I want to emphasize that. Start early. Please do not wait till the last minute. This is not something you want to play games with. This is not something you want to rush at all, because like I said before, it is the main thing that will set you apart from all the other applicants. So if you are a procrastinator, all my procrastinators out there, do not procrastinate with this. If you want to be a physician, start early, okay? And doing that for myself, I was able to start my personal statement probably 3 to 4 months before I submitted my application, and this gave me time to have multiple drafts. It gave me time to leave my personal statement alone and come back with fresh eyes, and I feel like that just gives you the ability to see what's necessary, what's not necessary. It gives you time to have new ideas that will enhance your personal statement. And yeah, so guys, once again, start early. This is not something you want to delay at all. Alright, so my third tip is to think about the main experiences in your life that led you towards a career in medicine. So not everyone has an aha moment in their life where they said, yes, this is exactly where I knew that I wanted to be a doctor and here's why. But if you did have that moment, that's fantastic. You can share all about that experience. But if you didn't, it's okay. Just really think about those main specific moments in your life that came together to tell you and demonstrate to yourself that yes, this is the pathway you want to take. So yeah, when it comes to the personal statement, you do want to have those specific experiences, but you don't want to just say what you did in those experiences. You really just want to share what you learned from them and what characteristics that you demonstrate in those experiences that can tell the admissions committees why you would be a great doctor, right? So on top of that, these are the ideas that you want to just be as casual as possible with at first. You don't want to be serious. You don't want to be too professional at first. You just want to brainstorm, and eventually you'll see, you know, the flow and the main story that can come together for your body paragraph. Alright guys, so number 4, once you have your ideas written down on paper and you see the flow of your body paragraphs, you can now start putting them all together in a more serious manner. And after you have your body paragraphs written out, then I would say to start thinking about what you want to put in your introduction and in your conclusion. Alright, so tip number 5 is all about the introduction. We've heard this time and time again throughout our entire life, throughout elementary, middle school, high school, college. You need to catch the reader's attention in the introduction right away, okay? And honestly, I didn't take this as seriously before, and you may have not either. But when it comes to the personal statement, you need to take this as seriously as possible. You truly need to catch their attention within the first few seconds of them reading your personal statement, because the people on these admissions committees are human beings. They're just like us. They have things to do. They have lives outside of this. They have a career in medicine. They have a family. They have a social life. And they decided they're going to read probably over 20 or 30 or 50 of these personal statements every single day. So they're probably reading things that sound very similar. they're probably reading things that are boring to them. And you don't want to be that person that is making them bored. You want to be that person that finally gets them out of their chair like, oh wait, hold up, what am I reading? You want them to really open their eyes when they're reading your personal statement, because you caught their attention within the first 2 sentences, okay? If not the first sentence, at least the second sentence. You do not want to skip that important component of your personal statement. Alright, so for example, guys, the first 2 sentences of my personal statement were actually heavily asked about in my interviews, right? And that's actually a very great sign, because it tells me that I did catch their attention and I had them wanting to know more about me, to the point that they gave me an interview for it. So I'm going to give you guys, I'm going to read those first 2 sentences just so you have an idea of what I'm talking about. So, I owe it to my family for inspiring me to break barriers and shatter stereotypes. The legacy of my great-grandparents' contributions to the Supreme Court decision, Brown v. Board of Education, enacted change and equal opportunity. So, to be more elaborate, my great-grandmother was a part of the Beulah v. Jebbard case, which was one of the cases within Brown v. Board of Education, and it did have a profound impact on my experiences and why I wanted to continue to break down barriers and continue to narrow the gap in our education system, but also in the medical field. Alright, so tip number 6 is all about your conclusion, and in your conclusion you want to be able to summarize your personal statement and emphasize your why again. And also, I would suggest mentioning some goals you have for the future and what you want to do as a physician. And to wrap up your entire personal statement, I would say have a closing sentence that really has them wanting to learn more about your story. Alright guys, so tip number 7, which is my very last tip for the personal statement, is have about 3 to 5 people that you choose to read your personal statement. This could be your mentors, your professors, your friends, family, anybody that you feel like would give you some great feedback for your personal statement. So I had about 7 or 8 drafts, and I did use Google Docs because I use Google Docs for everything. It just is something that I know will not get lost, and I would label every single draft that I had, and when it came to having others read my draft and edit it, I would make sure I had an original draft for one document, and then I would have a draft that would allow other people to edit, and just so I can be able to compare and contrast those 2 drafts and decide what I would want to include in my draft and what I want to take out. Because just to let you guys know, not everything has to be included. You don't have to take everyone's feedback. Of course, listen to other people's suggestions, but you don't want to lose your voice in your personal statement. So it is important to make sure you have those 2 separate drafts, and you can decide what you want to keep and what you want to leave out. Alright guys, so that wraps up all the tips that I have for the personal statement. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Also, if you guys have any other tips or suggestions that you have for the personal statement, please share them below so that we can all learn from each other and have the best outcome when it comes to our personal statement, y'all. So I will continue to give you guys more informative videos like this one, but also medical school vlogs in the future as well, because I will be starting school in less than a month, which is wild. But get ready for all the weekly vlogs, and if you want to stay tuned for that, please subscribe to my channel and turn on your post notifications. And I thank you guys for watching.